Good morning, everybody. It's a Sunday morning, and welcome to the special edition of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation Prep Sports Net. I'm Kevin Pillow, the host of Prep Sports Net. Welcome to Selection Sunday for the 2022 CIF Southern Section Ford Football Championships, where we are expecting any minute now for the brackets to be made official. We do know that brackets have been going around to some of the coaches. I know that there have been some members of the media who have already received at least the Division I brackets, which is where schools like St. John Bosco, Mater Dei, those schools play in. So I hope maybe we can get to see, take a look at those brackets to see some interesting. If you're a high school football or just even a football fan, I know that a lot of people are interested in seeing those brackets. So we will have a look-see at those as they become available. We again are patiently awaiting for the CIF Southern Section offices to release the brackets. Take a look right now. A live look. We normally they have a live stream. There's a look at the CIF Southern Section website. We are patiently awaiting for the this section right here, the football 11-man brackets to be unveiled, and those should be any minute now. So let's take a look at what we know. What we do know right now is the automatic qualifiers. Let's take a look at the Desert Empire League. A three-way tie for Palm Desert, Palm Springs, and La Quinta all finish at 4-1 in the DVL. For Palm Springs and Palm Desert, they finish both at 8-2, 4-1 in league play. For La Quinta, they finish at 6-4, 4-1 in league play. So a three-way tie. All will share the privilege of calling themselves Desert Valley League Championships. So yeah, that's what we're waiting on, is to get those brackets unveiled. It should be noted, one bubble team, in my opinion, Shadow Hills at 4-6, 1-4 in league play. It's a real long shot, but they're about the only bubble team in the Valley. Desert Christian Academy in the Cottonwood League is a possibility, also at 4-6, but they did not. I don't think they've won. They won. No, I'm sorry. They went 2-3. I'm sorry, in league play. So maybe Desert Christian Academy in Bermuda Dunes gets in with an at-large bid from the Cottonwood League. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But really and truly, taking a look now at the DVL, there you go. The Desert Valley League automatic qualifiers: Coachella 9-1, 7-0 in league play. Yucca Valley will finish at 7-2 and 5-1 in league play. You're reading that right. The final game versus 29 Palms was declared a no contest. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Indio 5-5, 5-2 overall. And I tell you one thing, that 5-5 record is a extreme. That is hard fought. Let's take a look at Indio's strength of schedule on the year, because that's really going to be the focal point. I'm not trying to be a homer. Everyone, full transparency, everyone knows that I announced for Indio High School, but full transparency, they had a tough schedule. Take a look at their strength of schedule. What really did kind of hurt them early on was Shadow Hills not having as strong of a year. Hemet, take a look at what Hemet did this year. We knew that the Hemet Valley was going to be really strong this year. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. They finished 8-2 and win the Inland Valley League. So we'll keep an eye on all the teams out of that area to see how they finish, how that how that league finishes up, because we knew that was going to be a strong one with Tockwitz and West Valley. So we'll see how those three schools up in the Hemet area finish. So that helped them out. Indian Springs, how they finish up on the year, 6-4. Indio didn't get to play them, unfortunately, because that was a COVID protocol. Desert Mirage, we know how they did. Cathedral City, they know they did. But here's the most important things: the games that Indio were supposed to win, they won in decisive fashion. Desert Mirage, 47-0. Cathedral City, 41-0. 29 Palms, 23-0. Banning, 34-0. Desert Hot Springs, 42-0. Shutouts in those those key must-win games for Indio High School. So that's really kind of helped out their strength of schedule. We'll see what they get. No bubble team, in my opinion, in the DVL. So I was thinking maybe taking a look at the final records for the Desert Valley League. The final standings had unofficially Cathedral City finishing at 3-7, 3-4 in league play as the unofficial fourth place team. So right now, let's take a look and see if the brackets have been updated. We'll go to refresh the website, and we do have the brackets have been posted. There are 14 divisions right now. It looks like the website has crashed at the CIF Southern section, so we're going to keep an eye on that as they become available. So let's see if they have anything posted. Looked like Division 2 was going to load here for a second. Still waiting. This is what we kind of expected. This is always a big deal. What people don't realize about the CIF Southern section. Here we go. We have Division 2's loaded. Okay, let's take a look at Division 2. We have Division 2. Okay, so that's at least loaded. No one from the Valley is in Division 2, but let's take a look at the brackets as we await the website to refresh. I don't have it on this main computer, but I have it here on my side computer. Sarah High School versus Norco. By the way, the host schools I'll now announce first. Sierra Canyon taking on Warren. Oak Hills versus St. Bonaventure. Bishop Amont versus Murrieta Valley. Inglewood versus Apple Valley. Rancho Cucamonga versus Oaks Christian. Cajon and Citrus Valley. Chaminade and San Clemente. That is Division 2. Division 1. Let's see if they still haven't got that to load up. So let's see if we got. There we go. The bracket is loaded there on our webpage. So there's a look at Division 2. Okay, there's Division 2 for the CIF Southern section, 4 championships. I'm sorry, that's Division 1. There you go, Division 1. Mater Dei with the bye. St. John Bosco with the bye. Santa Margarita up on the top will take on J. Sarah. Long Beach Poly will get a bye. Los Alamitos with a bye. This is interesting. So I don't know about that. So Mater Dei goes to the next round. Long Beach Poly and Los Al will play in the second round. Corona Centennial versus Mission Viejo in the second round, and St. John Bosco will play the winner of Edison and Orange Lutheran. Take a look at, let's see, we got Division 2 to load up. There's Division 2. We mentioned Sierra, Norco, Sierra Canyon, Warren, Oak Hills and St. Bonaventure, Bishop Amont, Murrieta Valley, Inglewood, Apple Valley, Rancho Cucamonga, Oaks Christian, Cajon, Citrus Valley, Chaminade, and San Clemente. Take a look at Division 3. Nothing loaded there yet. Let's hit the refresh and see if we get something. So we're still waiting. Again, the website at the Desert Sand, or sorry, uh, at the CIF Southern section is experiencing some difficulties. So I believe we should be seeing Palm Desert in one of these first few divisions. So right now it looks like just Division 1 and 2 has been loaded up on the website. So we're still waiting. There are the teams down there that we are waiting for: Palm Desert, Palm Springs, La Quinta, Coachella Valley, Yucca Valley, and Indio. All are the teams that um, we are interested in, and we have personal embedded interest in. Um, so it looks like Division 4 might be loaded. Let's see if Division 3 loads. Again, the website. This is expected. Remember, the CIF Southern section is one of the largest in the south in the country. And there we do have Division 3. If you're interested, we're still waiting for our local teams to pop up. Corona Del Mar versus Ayala, Chaparral versus Thousand Oaks, La Serra versus Palo Verdes, Yorba Linda, Charter Oak, Madonna, Moderna versus Pasadena, Bishop Diego versus Vista Murrieta, Upland versus Tesoro, West Ranch versus St. Matthias, St. Pius. So there's Division 3. So I thought maybe we'd see Palm Desert by that point. It does not look like it. Division 4 maybe is where we'll see the Aztecs. I said last night, or I said on Friday night, Palm Desert maybe Division 4, Division 5, but we were realistically looking 5, 6, and 7 for Palm Desert, Palm Springs. Division 4 loaded here. What do we have? Do we have anybody yet? Camarillo. Let's see here. See if we can get Division 4 to load. Okay, so it's not loading on my main computer here, but I'll read it off to you. Camarillo, Roosevelt, Santa Barbara, Downey, Pacifica of Oxnard versus Rio Mesa, Cathedral versus Orange Vista, Cypress versus Highland, Saugus versus Milliken, Newberry Park versus Miracosta, Newport Harbor versus Valencia. So Division 4, nobody for the Coachella Valley yet. Looking for Division 5 or Division 6. We have Division 5 here. Do we have somebody yet? No. What we do have right here's the closest thing to the Valley so far. Take a look at Division 5. Scroll this down here. Villa Park, Villa Mesa, Silverado versus St. Francis, Alamani versus Temecula Valley, Aquinas. There we told you that Aquinas was going to be in there. Europa Hills. So cool to see Europa Hills in their program that I used to be affiliated with. We used to do some radio announcing with them. Notre Dame versus Great Oak. Lusinger versus Beaumont. There you go. Beaumont gets in. They draw. That probably looks like about, goodness gracious, probably about what, a 12 seed maybe. Colony versus Canyon. Etowanda versus Yucaipa. So there is Division 5. Division 5. So maybe maybe we start to fall into, and I think we are going to have our first team here in Division 6. Okay. We'll wait for that bracket to officially open up. As we will see our first local team here coming in. San Juan Hills, the number 1 seed, will take on Palm Desert. on Friday the 4th. Of course, kickoff is at 7 p.m. and that is Division 6. Division 6 for the Aztecs. Our first look at one of the guaranteed 6 teams to get in to the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Championships. Again, this is one of the most prestigious, one of the largest state championships in the country. You have the CIF Southern Section is one of the largest sections in the entire country, let alone the state. There we go. Division 6, Palm Desert at San Juan Hills. San Juan, the number 1 seed. So that would make Palm Desert the number 16 officially, or I guess unofficially in this bracket. A tough draw for the Aztecs, but they like the challenge. Take a look at the rest of that bracket. We'll bring it up here in just a second here, and we'll break it down for the opportunity for the Aztecs to go deep. And if they could get past San Juan Hills, it doesn't get any easier. Orange High School versus Huntington Beach. I know Huntington Beach comes from a very tough league up in Orange County. El Dorado and Culver City. Loyola versus Lawndale. Calabasas, La Habra, Ramona, Northview, Trabuca Hills, and San Juan San Jacinto. And Oak Park versus North Terrace. So there is the bracket for Division 6. The Aztecs draw the number 16 seed versus the number 1 seed in that bracket. So a tough draw for the Aztecs, but they love the challenge. And we'll see how Palm Desert responds to said challenge as we now patiently await for these other brackets to unveil themselves. Still really interesting how that Division Division 1 is broken down. Really kind of interesting. With just such a limited team, and I think that because they just have to get everything done. So we got there's Mr. Webb. Hello, Sean, joining us from the golf cart parade there in Palm Desert, which will be starting in about 2 hours. Palm Springs on the board. Take a look at them. They will play Paloma Valley at home. So a home draw for one of our local teams. That game again will be on the 4th.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing? Just thought I'd do a little quick drop in.
Well, Sean, while we get the update here, what's going on over on El Paseo? An annual tradition like no other, the annual golf cart parade along El Paseo.
That's correct. We got the golf cart parade going on here, and I think I've got another camera I can kind of show. Oh, it's showing the sun right now. I got to work on that. But we've got a couple angles here that we're going to be working all day. It's going to be pretty awesome. But I've got myself, Kathleen Doyle, the foundation president, is going to be hosting. I'll be emceeing in front of the parade here. And then we're going to have Craig Campbell, who will be going ahead and producing this out on his page as well. We always want to thank Craig Campbell and his participation with all of Desert Sands functions going on and being a member of the Coachella Valley community.
Absolutely. I always say the absolute coolest URL in the Valley, CoachellaValley.com. Check it out. Craig Campbell, a great presenter for the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, Prep Sportsnet, halftime and post-game show. We'll get things wrapped up here. We're just waiting for about 4 or 5 more schools to drop here. So, and then we will go live to Sean Webb and the golf cart parade. So be on the lookout. We're going to be live streaming it here and on CoachellaValley.com.
Yeah, we'll be live streaming it here, CoachellaValley.com, also on Desert Sands. But I know it's a great partnership with the city of Palm Desert, as well as, it's fantastic to see. I got to see the parade route a little bit early there. Pretty cool to see that there's also the other neighboring cities in the Coachella Valley partner out here too. But Kevin, I'll let you go off there. Thank you for producing this out and giving out the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Championship.
Yeah, they love their marketing. They got to get the name right.
I was just reading about it there. Hey, have a good one.
You too. That is Sean Webb, director of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, and we will be tossing it over to him here momentarily to allow them to do some tests for the golf cart parade, which again you can stream live on CoachellaValley.com. Don't have the exact rankings for the Palm Springs spot. Let's see. That's 116. That should be 215 for. Let's see. 116, 2 versus the 15, 3 versus the 14, 4 versus the 12. It's tough to say. It might be Palm Springs might be a 9-10. So we'll get the official rankings on that as they drop. So we are into Division 7, waiting for Division 8. We got Brentwood, Rancho Verde, Elsinore, Liberty, Lakewood, Hemet. There it is, the second Hemet team to get in. Village Christian, Redondo Union, Grand Terrace, Harvard, Westlake, Monrovia versus Northwood Crean Lutheran versus Alyssa Nagel, and Vista Del Lago versus JW North. We move to Division 9 as we still await for La Quinta to get announced. We're also waiting for Coachella, Indio, and Yucca Valley. And again, we're going to be let's see here. There we go, Division 9. And what do you know? Wow. Breaking news out of Division 9. Let's go live to the big board. La Quinta High School with the number 1 seed in the tournament in Division 9. That is massive for the Blackhawks, a team that was really and truly just in the gutter about a year ago, and that's no disrespect meant for the Blackhawk Nation and the coaching staff out there, but really was struggling. And this year, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, if I can overuse that analogy, I will. The Blackhawks come rolling into town. They get not only the flag back, but they make the playoffs and they draw the number 1 seed versus Granite Hills, Laguna Beach versus West Torrance, Garden Grove, Marina Valley, Norte Vista versus Adelanto, Tahquitz. There's the third Hemet team. We told you all of them were going to make it. San Dimas versus West Covina, Hillcrest, Quartz Hill, and there's the other one. Coachella Valley draws Division 9, and they draw what looks to be the number 2 seed. So that is a huge get for both the Blackhawks and the Coachella Valley Arabs. Both will draw a top seed, and both will I just lost the bracket there. I don't know what happened there. Coachella Valley versus Diamond Bar. That's who they will play. But that is absolutely awesome for both the Aztecs and the Arabs. So far we know Palm Desert draws the number 16 seed. They'll take on San Juan Hills. Palm Springs versus Paloma Valley. We're going to say that's probably like an 8 or 9 rank for the Aztecs. La Quinta draws the number 1 seed. They'll take on Granite Hills. Division 9, Coachella Valley draws the number 2 seed. They'll take on Diamond Bar. So we still await the Desert Empire League is filled. Now we are waiting for Indio and Yucca Valley. So again, big breaking news. La Quinta High School draws the number 1 seed. Coachella Valley draws the number 2 seed out of Division 9. We go to Division 10, still waiting for the CIF Southern Section website to not crash every time we click a button. So still waiting for those. Again, no bubble teams have been announced yet. Still, we were thinking that maybe Shadow Hills could sneak in as a bubble team at 4 and 6. The likelihood is dwindling as we speak. Also, it should be noted that the Granite Hills versus La Quinta game and the all the games so far are scheduled for November 4th. That would be next Friday at 7 p.m. kickoff, unless otherwise noted. So sometimes, and I know Sean, who used to be an official, could attest to this, that a lot of times with the CIF games, because schools have to travel so far, sometimes they'll try to bump it up to a 6 o'clock game. And I know in some cases when you have the schools closer together up in the Orange County area and you are expecting such a huge crowd on a Friday night, that sometimes they'll bump to 8 o'clock kickoff, but I have yet to see that so far. We go to Division 10, Santa Ana versus Fillmore, El Rancho versus Palmdale, LaSalle versus Sunny Hills. The Freeway League getting some action there. Sonora versus Salesian, Norwalk versus Rio Hondo Prep, Muir versus Tustin, Cantwell Sacred Heart versus Covina, and Dana Hills versus Baldwin Park. So that's Division 10. Going deep in this, we're still waiting for Yucca and Indio. Where are the Trojans? Where are the Rajas going to fall? We were expecting Division 12 or 13. We're not expecting a 14th division this year, but we did. So we're still waiting for those to get loaded up. Oh my goodness! I still cannot believe the La Quinta draw. What a huge turn of events for the Blackhawks. Really, really excited for them. Again, I can't express how proud I am of that program turning things around, and I look forward to seeing how they play in that first round. So pretty cool. Let's see here. Still waiting for those other brackets to reload. Division 11. We do have Yucca Valley. Give me 1 second here as Yucca Valley will draw. It looks like the number 13 seed. They will play on the road next week against South Pasadena. So we'll get that bracket here posted in just a second. And we'll get you the updated updated brackets here. Just getting everything updated as the website continues to run extremely slow. Sorry, folks. Again, South Pasadena will draw the number 4 seed, and Yucca Valley will draw the number 13 seed. And that game again will be on the road again on next Friday, unless otherwise noted. And those changes too, by the way, will get announced over the course of the next couple of days. So let's take a look at the bracket. So this is Division 11. Capistrano Valley Christian, number 1, Chino, number 2, Capo Valley Christian versus Chino, Bellflower versus Bell Garden, South Pasadena versus Yucca Valley, Circustrum versus Santa Margarita. What is that? That's not Santa Margarita. St. Margaret's, I apologize. Campo Hall versus La Cañada, Heritage Christian versus Walnut, Rim of the World. There you go. Old school Big Bear team versus Woodbridge, Westminster versus Sure. So there we are in Division 10. Rather, that was Division 11. So Division 11 for the Yucca Valley Trojans. Talk about what happened that led to the abrupt ending to the Trojans season. Was a incident took place on their campus that on Friday afternoon that led to their the school being put on lockdown, and they made the decision because of the volatility potentially of the rivalry game between Yucca Valley and 29 Palms. They just decided, you know what, forget it. We don't want to deal with the headache, and we're just not going to have the game. So it's unfortunate that it did not take place, but they declared it a no contest, and they just didn't. Neither one of them got a win, and neither one of them got a loss. Let's go to Division 12. Still waiting for some of these brackets to unveil. We're still waiting for Indio High School. So if they're on the bottom line, Division 9, La Quinta, number 1 versus number 16, Granite Hills. Division 9, Coachella Valley, number 2 versus number 15, Diamond Bar. By the way, these are not their CIF rankings. These are the seeds in the postseason. This is their not their CIF ranking. So it's not like Coachella Valley is the number 1 team in CIF. Per se, it is their seed. They drew the number 1 seed in the tournament. Palm Desert drew the number 16 seed. They'll play at the number 1. Palm Springs drew the number 5 seed. They take on the number 12 seed Paloma Valley next week. And Division 12. Well, there it is, folks. Indio High School is on the books for the first time in over a decade. The Indio Rajas are officially in the postseason. They will play in Division 12, more or less what we kind of expected. We kind of figured it was going to be Division 12 or Division 13. It is Division 12. Indio will draw a home game and the number 8 seed in the tournament. And we got to do some shuffling here in just a second. One second here and Montebello is the opponent for the Rajas, the number 9 seed. And that game, that will be at Ed White Stadium next Friday night. We're going to be just about done here. I do need to update the standings. I stand corrected on Coachella and Diamond Bar. Coachella Valley is not the number 2 seed. Coachella Valley is the number 6 seed. I apologize. And Diamond Bar was the number 11 seed. in their respective brackets. Forgot how to read a single division or single elimination bracket. So so far that is what it is right there. Take a look at the bracket for the Division 12. There you go. Lancaster versus Sierra Vista, Indio versus Montebello, Los Altos versus San Bernardino, Arroyo versus San Marino, Victor Valley versus Santa Ana Valley. What is that? Hunim versus Linfield Christian, Rialto versus Portola, Valley Christian takes on Rancho Alamitos. So I believe at this point it is looking like no at-large bids are going to go out to any of our bubble teams. Looking at Division 14, no. Looks like that's where most of the Cottonwood division went. Looking at Division 13, Bishop, Montgomery, Pioneer, Cerritos, Colton, Los Amigos, Arrowhead Christian, San Paulo, Elma, Maranatha, the Cottonwood League champion, Santa Rosa Academy, Europa Valley versus Zusa, A.B. Miller versus Rubidoux, San Gabriel versus Alhambra. Again, no bubble teams get in. Shadow Hills, not in. Xavier Prep, not in. Cathedral City, not in. 29, not in. So there you go. On the bottom line there, the final say in the brackets as just kind of double checking. By the way, this according to Desert Sun, when was the last time neighboring schools Indio, Coachella, and La Quinta all had home playoff games in the same Friday? The answer: never. The last time Coachella and Indio both qualified for the postseason, 2011. Impressive. So again, Palm Desert at San Juan Hills, Paloma Valley at Palm Springs, Granite Hills at La Quinta, and Diamond Bar at CV, Yucca Valley at South Pasadena, and Montebello at Indio. So the Desert Sands Educational Foundation halftime show will be live from Ed White Stadium next Friday night. Should be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it, guys. Thank you so much for once again making another football season memorable. This is going to be an amazing playoff run. So many great teams, so many great storylines. We still have the opportunity, albeit along a reach, so to speak, for schools like La Quinta and Coachella to potentially play each other. That would be kind of cool. Indio, I'm telling you, this defense is set up that they can make a run if the offense can just get things going and not make mental mistakes. It proved themselves on Friday night. This defense is good. La Quinta, same thing. This defense, if it steps up, they drew the 1 seed. They've got the advantage for them. Can they make a deep run? Looking at the lay of the land for this bracket, it heavily, in my opinion, these brackets heavily favor La Quinta, and I'll be honest, it heavily favors Coachella as well to make runs. But Indio being kind of in the middle of the pack, the only thing they have going against them is that they have to play the number 1 seed in the second round on the road. Now, stranger things can happen. And take a look at Division 12. Can Lancaster lose at home? If not, that's going to be a long road a long road for the Rajas if they got to play on the road in the second round. So I got to imagine Coach Zero is keeping a close eye on that game, hoping that Sierra Vista pull off the upset. For Lancaster, they're the number 2 seed out of the Golden League, and Sierra Vista is the number 2 out of the Mount Baldy League. Take a look at Indio. They are the number 3 seed. They're the number 3 Desert Valley League. Montebello is an at-large team at 7-3. Okay. Let's go back over real quick and we'll wrap things up. I got to let Mr. Webb jump on here. Take a look at, was it Division 9 we said? Was La Quinta, Granite Hills, at-large, and La Quinta won their league. Take a look at Coachella and Diamond Bar. They're the number. The only thing that is you got 2 league champions. This is a strong matchup. This could be a whole heck of a lot of fun to watch. And we'll definitely keep an eye on that Talkwitz team. Talkwitz, got to keep an eye on them. They could make a run. Folks, thank you so much. Once again, let's run down the line. All starts next Friday night. Palm Desert at San Juan Hills. Palm Springs at Paloma Valley. We've got La Quinta versus Granite Hills. Coachella Valley versus Diamond Bar. Yucca Valley versus South Pasadena. And Indio at home against Montebello. For Craig Campbell, Sean Webb, everyone involved with the Desert Sand Educational Foundation, with everyone here, a part of the Prep Sportsnet crew, I want to say thank you to everybody. Another job well done here in 2022. We will see you next week under those Friday night lights for the CIF Southern Section Ford Football Championships. So long, everybody. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned to CoachellaValley.com for the 2022 Palm Desert Golf Cart Parade coming up in just a couple of moments. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. And again, stick around. Golf Cart Parade coming up on CoachellaValley.com.